You're listening to the Get Rich Podcast. This is not a financial advice podcast. This is a podcast with two friends talking about how to get rich. Thank you for listening.
John, I've got another idea.
Awesome. It's about time, you know.
I had one two episodes ago, I think. Either way, I've got another idea. I want to make a video game.
Again, Tyler. Again. I just want to get rich. Get rich.
Get rich. Get rich.
So I'm gonna start a podcast.
Get rich. Get rich.
How come no one's ever done this?
Get rich. Get rich.
Now it's time to...
Now it's time to get rich. It's
Yeah, well, you know, a good idea is always a good idea. You're going to say again, do you want to give the backstory or do you want me to?
We can both kind of do that a little bit, but this would be what, the 7th or 8th iteration of this idea.
I've had lots of video game ideas. Probably our first idea together.
Yeah, it was.
You weren't there at the original inception, but it's one of those things that brought us together, for sure.
Oh, you're taking a drink there? Okay, I'll talk. Maybe I should be looking at you whenever. But yeah, it's like anybody who's ever played a video game has had that thought, or probably the majority of people, I should make one.
It can't be that hard.
Can't be that hard.
Exactly. So...
It's hard and it takes a long time.
Well, so, okay, really fast. We'll go through it. A long time ago, we were friends with a guy named Kevin. Still am, I would like to think.
He's a listener. So.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin. Thanks for listening.
He introduced us to Mud, which was an online game. It's all text-based. A lot of fun. And then from that, it was me and Robert and Kevin, and we were like, hey, we could make one. And so we started this genesis of making a text-based game, which changed over time, and people came and went. And eventually it ended up being just you and me, and it was this really big idea. It was a graphics, online MMO, RPG. It was everything.
For those of you who don't know what those letters of the alphabet mean, MMO is a massive multiplayer online game. Think of like all the modern Fortnite, PUBG.
I don't know if those count as MMOs, but yes.
Well, it's like you're in a world with a bunch of other people.
The archetype at this point is WoW. World of Warcraft is your archetypal MMO RPG. There are lots of others out there now, but
I was trying to speak to like a modern day game people would know about.
Yeah, I know. It's still there and people still play it. It's still got a big player base. Either way. So after that, and that was like you and me together for like 15 years, sort of piddling away on it. I mean, it was 12 maybe. I don't know, a long time. And then I had, I quit. And that was rough. And then I had a dream and had another idea. Run, repeat, retreat. We won't go into it. We don't have to. I just want to tell you about the new one.
Okay, another, and there's a lot more as well.
There's retreat, repeat. There's the animal game with the toxic relationship.
The memory game or whatever.
That one, very heady, and that was going to be like my last one that I made because it's complicated.
Like you said, we don't need to get into details.
Urban survival.
There's been a lot of. We don't have to talk about that one anymore.
The zombie apocalypse.
Yep, the zombie game.
But then DayZ did that, and it's like, not that we were ever close, but still, the new one. Okay,
let's hear it, man.
This sort of comes from playing some simpler games and also talking to one of my friends, Matt. Right. He said one day, hey, I was thinking about making a sort of like old style, like Super Nintendo style game, like a pixel based game.
Yeah, I really enjoy some simple games like that. Stardew Valley, Pokemon, stuff like that. The simple game like that can be really popular.
Yeah, and it's... I'm sorry, I called it simple, and it's not. I mean, they aren't simple games, but the art style is like pixel.
Oh, let me guess. You've made it extremely more complicated than it needs to be. It's not like you've never done that before with these 7 other game ideas you've had, but...
Okay.
Just give me the general overview, the style of game, what's the mission or the story.
Okay, so I'm still fleshing some of that out, right? But I want an action adventure game, right? Sort of like in the vein of a Zelda, like an old Zelda.
Okay.
Right? You're a guy, and you go around and you
Or a girl or neither.
and you hack and slash at things. And so yeah, that was maybe my first thing that I did that might be making it more complicated.
Doesn't sound complicated so far.
Yeah, but I wanted to have some like character customization.
That's not that bad.
Well, okay, so what I did was I made my little sprite, right? And so I've made a few different versions of the sprite. Okay? There are 3 height variations. Okay? And then 3 weight variations for a total of 9 body types.
Okay.
So, we're already getting...
It's a little complicated. I don't think Stardew Valley does that.
I didn't really have one for muscular, so...
Oh, add some more.
There needs to be 12. There needs to be 12.
Let's make it more complicated.
Short, medium, tall, heavy, average, thin, and then like not on a scale, but also on muscular. So,
sure.
Okay, so that's 12. 12 body types, all right? And there should be a gender option. So, yes, there should be maybe 24 then, because you have 12 male, 12 female. But look, these same body types will be used for all the NPCs.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't stop me when I said NPCs.
Oh, wait. But I'm thinking of like Stardew Valley. There's like 10 NPCs pretty much.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, these just that hero scale, right? So there's got to be a village, at least one. You have at least your good guy village and then your bad guy village. Right? So that's at least 2 villages. I would like, action adventure. Those are mostly talking weapon types, right? So I would obviously like your sword, your shield.
You gotta have a sword and shield, yeah.
I'd like a couple others.
Of course.
Well, you as a soldier would have options.
Just keep it simple, though.
Yeah, like a spear.
No. You have a good sword, a better sword, and the best sword.
What's wrong with the spear?
Then you just have to change the color.
No, that's true. That's true. Very Minecrafty. You're right. But no, I want a spear. I want to be able to have an option to get further, poke you further.
I don't see you could just have your melee weapon and a ranged weapon. Isn't that what old school Zelda did?
Yeah. Well, they had multiple ranged weapons. You had a boomerang, which I wouldn't have a boomerang.
That'd be hard to do, probably.
Nah.
We should just Google how many people built whichever Zelda game you want to pick, and how long did it take them, and how much money did it cost.
A lot, but that was a different time.
A different time, yeah.
How many people did it take to make Stardew Valley?
I was about to bring up that example. For those of you who don't know, most of you probably do, Stardew Valley is a massively popular game that was made by pretty much one dude.
One guy.
In his bedroom, office. I believe it took him many years.
It took him a minute, yeah. It took him a while.
But yeah, it was one guy, but he had one village. And it was it's more complex now after years of updates, but I think it was pretty simple in the beginning.
And that's, that's part of this that I should be pitching to you as a money-making strategy.
Oh, okay.
You make a simple thing, you put it out there, and then you add updates.
$2 per update.
No. Do some of those updates for free. Most of them for free. You write out your vision, right? And if you buy now, this is what you're buying into. Right? You get this vision.
Okay, yeah. We should just do it how modern day video games do it. They put out their crappy first version, and then they update it, pretty regularly. But the way they make money, Tyler, is custom skins, custom weapons, custom dances. stuff that is literally pointless, but people buy it up.
I don't know if this lends itself to that.
It doesn't matter. It should. You need to figure out how it could.
How about companions?
People love, there's a lot of those options in games as well. Hey, give me $5 and you can have like a little purple rhino follow you around or whatever.
Okay, so you're okay with adding companions to this. That's not overcomplicating it.
No.
Okay, because...
Like I'm saying, there should be, I can't remember the term now, but what is it? Like, whenever they buy skins, it's like...
microtransactions.
Microtransactions. That's the name of the game nowadays.
Okay, so...
That's how you make money with a video game.
Let's consider companions then, right? Because I would like to be able to... So you're a guy. Okay, first off...
Or a girl, or neither.
Or neither. Thank you. All right, so you're a person, right? And...
Or if you identify as...
No, you... I've been listening to old episodes and we...
Just a quick tangent, though. That game Starfield that came out, they had like a pronoun option that caused a bunch of like controversy. Like,
I don't know if it was real controversy or just a couple of people on the internet.
A couple of people on the internet trying to get clicks on their video.
Yeah. Oh,
anyways.
Yeah. So, you lost my train of thought there.
Sorry there. I thought I'd add a little bit of funny right there.
Yeah. All right. So, one other thing, because, man, you know, I love Harvest Moon, right? And Stardew Valley. I've never played it, but I know that it gets a lot of its...
Yeah, Harvest Moon is like the OG Stardew Valley, like back in the 80s or 90s?
Yeah, 90s. 90s,
Okay.
There's a Super Nintendo version.
Yeah.
So I would love like a farming aspect, something where you could, you know, grow some crops. You know, because here's the problem, right? A lot of those games, they give you one way to play. Fight and kill things, right? And, you know, what if you don't want to do? You just want to relax. You just want to have a farm, right? So I was thinking about this just the other day, all right? And I think a great way to start a game like this is very much the Fellowship of the Ring.
So now you want to make a Lord of the Rings game?
No, not a Lord of the Rings game. I just think... Look, okay, when you're playing a game...
So listen, there's going to be 20 different races, 40 different languages.
No, I just want...
There will be sub-races of races.
I just want humans.
Okay.
I just want humans. I'm not going to do it that way. But like, when Ocarina of Time came out, all right,
it's a Zelda game.
Yeah, a long time ago, right? You were on a mission to save the world. This is one of the first, like, really kind of open world feeling games. And it was one that I think it set the precedent for having fishing in your games. And I don't know, it's 13 minutes.
Well, we should go to a commercial break, probably.
Yeah, okay.
You can do it.
And now a quick word from our sponsor.
Hello, and welcome to all of my fellow earthbound spirits. I'm Yogi Master Kai, and I'm here to tell you about the humble services that I offer. I can help you align your chakras and unblock all of the negative energies you have been holding on to. I offer limited group sessions of hot or cold yoga at the local park for just $129.99, as well as personal sessions at the location of your choosing for just $329.99. I accept Venmo, PayPal, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or cash, and offer 100% satisfaction guaranteed for my services. If you can't afford the price of a session all at once, I also accept monthly payments. After all, is any price too high to pay for spiritual serenity? Home.
And we're back.
Okay, so now that I've been interrupted right in the middle of my thought,
Hey man, watch the
Ocarina
clock.
of Time. Ocarina of Time set a precedent, right? It was an open world game, and you're saving the world across time, and it set the precedent for having fishing in it. Okay? And every open world game since has this same feeling, this pressure of like, I am on a mission to save the world.
But I got to catch some fish real quick.
I'm going to go catch some fish. I'm going to go do this side quest. I'm going to go like,
Yeah.
you know, that guy in that village lost all of his sheep. That's important, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got to take care of that. The evil lord over here that's like terrorizing the countryside. Nah, this dude's sheep. So, Fellowship of the Ring. You remember how it starts?
In the Shire,
Yes.
with a party,
Yes.
and that's how it starts.
Yeah, yeah. And Gandalf is
Gandalf
there.
shows up, and he does all his like wizard stuff.
Yeah. And Bilbo leaves, and Frodo now has the ring, right? What's great about those stories is that they are unlikely heroes. Okay? In a lot of these action adventure or action RPG games, you are the chosen one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're a special whatever with them born from the descendants of a special whatever. The prophecy foretold that you will save humanity.
Yeah,
That
but
kind of
really,
thing.
Tolkien was pushing this idea that it's the average person, right?
Who can rise up to a situation
Yeah.
and become a hero.
And it's our everyday little things that change the world in a way, and the everyday little people, and the everyday, everyday person.
Okay.
But in the Fellowship of the Ring, there's that party. Frodo gets the ring. He is now this ring bearer, right? Just by happenstance. Nothing special about him. And Gandalf is like, "Oh, that's a serious thing. I'm going to go look into it." And then he's gone for years.
Is that what happens in the books?
Yeah. He's gone for a long time.
Okay.
So the game starts basically in a moment like that.
What mysterious wizard person shows up
And you're just hanging.
and you're just hanging?
Yeah. You're like, it's probably something I should do. Don't know yet. I'm just going to kick it. So it allows you that freedom to start your farm. It allows you that time to make relationships and make connections and then travel. But here's the tricky part. If you're not at home when the guy comes back, you might miss him.
No,
So you never know.
but nobody will know that.
Yeah, I know. So it gives you
Sounds
that
like a horrible game idea.
It gives you the chance to discover your purpose on your own, or hang out and wait for it to come to you.
I mean, I like the idea kind of, I don't know. Because all games nowadays, it's like it starts off, they pretty much tell you at the beginning what you're supposed to do
Yeah.
as far as the big mission or whatever.
Exactly.
So you're saying just you kind of start the game and
there is a mission.
but and the guy shows up, he's like, there's a big mission for you, and then he just disappears.
He's like, I gotta go check on some things.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
That's interesting, maybe.
Because like games like Minecraft, right? They're just open. You start and there's nothing
Yeah.
for you to do.
You're
There is
talking
no
about
direction.
an RPG.
Yeah, I'm
like-
talking a little bit more RPG. There's people, there's relationships. Thank you for not jumping on me for making complicated with relationships.
Oh, God.
Because now I've slid in combat, companions, farming, relationships, multiple villages.
Let me guess what you want. Like, instead of just a simple microtransaction for an aesthetic, like just a companion that looks away, you want them to all individually have different aspects where they like do something for your character.
That would be really cool.
No.
Or like if they had like, different tendencies or different habits of like,
if you have the mole as your companion, you can mine 25% quicker.
Now,
or
okay,
something,
look,
you know?
I would not have any terraforming. Okay, no earth changing in the game. The world is the world. You cut down trees, but you can't move dirt.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll make it simple there.
Okay.
Give you that one.
Sure.
I think that with that in mind, I think it's not overly complicated. I'm just saying it. It's not overly complicated. And then you have that liberty to farm, to mill about, to do what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
And maybe there's a way to rush along the guy coming back to give you your mission, or like I said, you go out there and you find it on your own. You go out there and you see the struggles in the world, and you
Let me-
want to write it.
I I generally like this idea. However, like the past 7 times that have occurred, it comes down to time and money. It would take you 40 hours a week for probably 3 years to
You're
make
making
this game.
this up. You're making this
I
up.
know.
I've got my little sprite.
But hold
right?
on.
I feel good about
I
him.
have a modern day idea. Can you just like give AI parameters and tell them to make a game for you?
It's getting there.
I
It
mean-
really is getting there. But look, right? One of the reasons why we stopped making a game in the first place was seeing like all the time that was wasted, right? And the market is getting flooded.
There's
Right.
a lot of games, yeah.
Too many. And
I don't know about that.
And once AI can do it just on a prompt, then you're in the static.
Yeah.
You're Library of Babel stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay, so forget making games. Create the technology that makes AI make games and then sell it to everybody.
Okay, but
So instead of making a video game, let's make a complex AI system.
don't have the technical skills for that. We can muddle through making a game,
Yeah.
and we can make one that's decent.
Dude, I would love to do that. It's just, I don't know.
Right now, all of our energy is spent on things that obviously are bringing in, attention and wealth.
Yeah, tons.
Either way, John, I think making a video game is still a feasible and reasonable thing that we could do to make a little bit of money or get rich. Get rich.
This is the Get Rich Podcast, Tyler.
Learn some skills and make the next game.
I want to believe.
I won't it will include deer.
Deer?
Yeah, well, obviously it has to include deer and how they move around and
Oh, God. Jesus. That's a little inside joke.
from an episode that we didn't publish. It's a great idea.
Thanks for listening to the Get Rich Podcast. Go to our website, getrichpod.com, or email us at jnt@getrichpod.com to let us know what you thought about an episode or to submit episode ideas. If you really want to support us, subscribe to our Patreon. You can find us at patreon.com/getrichpod. Subscribers will have exclusive access to vote on ideas we try, access to videos of us doing the ideas, as well as weekly bonus content. Thanks for listening.